Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert back with the Ted Show. I know, first time today, right? It's crazy. Just had a crazy schedule, but I'm super excited. I saved the best for last, or the first. We have a talented musician artist on the show today. Matilda Lindell is here, and we're going to talk about her journey from the Hollywood Bowl to a small home studio in Philadelphia, PA. She's going to perform for us. I am so excited to have you on. Welcome, Matilda.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
I think I was telling Matilda that her social media game is on fire. I think it's so important for artists and for people in general if you're promoting to do it the correct way. And Matilda, you did a phenomenal job. So again, I wanted to give you a public shout out for that. Sometimes I have to drag the guests along like, okay, tag me. All right, tag you. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Because you're an artist, right? So you don't want to mess with all this stuff if you don't have to. You'd rather focus on your craft. All right. So speaking of craft, tell us about you. People love origin story. We want to know if you were born with a mic in your hand and all of that good stuff. So tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I don't know if the mic was like in my hand, but I have heard stories about me, imitating all kinds of melodies long before I could talk. So the cliche, I could sing before I could talk. Yeah, it applies. So like all the children's songs that, my parents, my grandparents sang to me, I knew them super early, like spot on. So, I mean, my mom sort of felt maybe there is some musicality in there. So, she put me in the children's choir when I was like 6 or something. I did all that, like some show group when I was 5, I think.
So did you like all that as a child? Like a lot of times parents put them in thinking, all right, they have a gift and the kid can't stand it. Were you loving even chorus and all of it along the way?
Oh my God. I mean, yes, I loved it. And I was also I had I didn't like feel any pressure, or I didn't feel like who's better, or I just I want to sing. I had competition. That was like, what is that? I just wanted to sing. I was so happy. So I was just introduced to the things. And I remember when I was 9, I got this like folder in school for a school with extra music, right? And I was like, what? Is there a school with extra music on the schedule? Like, why have no one told me? So I applied, but it was this school in the city. I lived in the suburbs. It was a long train ride and switched to the bus, and I was 9. So my mom was very hesitant, actually. So this was not like my parents putting me to do stuff. I seeked it out. And
you had it here. You knew.
Like, please let me go to the school. I can do the train ride. I will be responsible. And maybe that's why I'm such a traveler. I was on the railway at 9 years old. So it was good.
I have to ask really quick, and I did not prep you for this, but I want to know, you have such a fascinating, almost a little bit of an accent.
Well, I am Swedish.
Okay, so I heard you mention that earlier before we went live, but I didn't want to assume. I didn't want you to say, no, Ted, I'm Asian. I don't know. I never assume anything, but I love it. You have it. You sound proper. Does that make sense? You have proper.
Proper? Yeah, sure.
You'll take that?
Yeah, I'll take that. I think it's good. You should talk to me when I'm tired, because then maybe I sound more Swedish.
I know, I love it. I think it's crisp. That's why I said it's enunciated. And I know people are going to ask me later, where's she from, Ted? And so I wanted to make sure that people knew. All right, so I cut you off. So you knew, you had the passion. You pushed your parents. They didn't push you. They allowed you to do the things because you felt like you had a gift and you had a passion for it. But a lot of kids have that. How did you turn as you became an adult? Did you make it your career immediately, or did you venture off into other things?
I think it's a little bit like, I didn't have really a different plan. I never wanted to pursue anything else. I just wanted to sing, and I didn't even think about it as a profession necessarily. I just wanted to sing, right? So, and then when I remember I took this after high school, actually, was it was also a music high school. So I did a lot of singing and music and, you know, all the things. It was more jazz oriented. But I sort of, then was the first time I felt a little bit of that, you know, competition and, you know, oh, you were great tonight. It's like, did she mean that? Or was it, you know, that, you know? So I took a little bit of a break after high school and traveled and, you know, worked as a cashier, you know, just something else. But I did come back to my purpose in life, which was music. I was like, after just, you know, 9, 10 months, I was like, my voice, like, I need to use my voice. This is like, I don't know, but I remember the, you know, the revelation when I just, oh my God, I need to do this. So I started this songwriting sort of it was not college. It was just a school for songwriting and music and producing. And then my teachers were like, are you applying for like the music college? Like, are you? I was like, maybe is that a thing? Maybe, you know, I should do. And then I applied and I got in. So it was like sort of course it was meant to be. And then I actually started more, you know, network and perform with other super talented musicians. And, you know, I got some work somewhere with this band. And then, you know, someone saw me, got my number, called me for another show. I tried to do my best and led to another, you know, so it sort of just started because I just was in it. I started to play with people. They thought I did a good job. So again. So, and then, you know, one thing led to another and, you know, you start a reputation like it is. So it just happened but I did go to the music college. So of course, I had a plan, but I didn't think like, and my next step will be, and my next step. But
I love the fact that your passion drove this train. You want to perform, you want to sing, and that was the conductor of the train. Like, you are just driving it there with that passion. And there's nothing wrong, I think, with not having an exact plan. You just knew that you wanted to perform, you wanted to sing, and the world was going to meet you wherever it needed to meet you in order for you to do what you wanted to do.
Yeah, that's very true. It just drove me there. But, you know, of course, in the back of my head, I wanted to be a singer, and I wrote songs. You know, it all got together, but it was not with that specific plan. You know.
And so how is it that we have the title of the show? You know, I had a lot of people go, "Did she sing at the Hollywood Bowl?" So they want to know, and so do I, of course. We joke that I spend, you know, I have a $1.98 research budget and I spend it all on a glass of wine. So I haven't done any research, so I'm asking because a lot of people asked before we went live.
Oh, well, that's fun. I will tell you all about it. So,
all right,
yes,
good.
I have performed at the Hollywood Bowl, actually 3 times. Yeah, so many years ago. That makes me sound very old, but a few years.
You are not.
I became a member of this Abba tribute band. And as you know, Abba they are Swedish. So this band, we started, you know, touring in the US. You know, we started small, of course, but then we have really been coming back and building our brand here as this Abba tribute for over 10 years. So Americans love Abba. We perform in Sweden too and all over the world, but the US has been the home. We
all love Abba.
Yes, right? So actually with that show, my first time at the Hollywood Bowl was 2013, was it? And second time was 2015. And the last time was 2019. And, you know, it felt surreal. I remember even the second time we had this support act. And I'm like, we have a support act? So, like, we are the main act here. The crowd is here. The 15,000 people in the audience here are here for us. It's like, if, you know, it felt bananas.
What's that like performing in front of that many people? I mean, I have no stage fright, but I feel like you would get so much energy from that group and from that kind of performance.
Yes, I mean, you certainly do. I mean, there's a lot of people. And the last time in 2019, I could really like grasp it. And I felt like very comfortable on the stage. But it is that thing when it's so much people, it's almost hard to take in. And the distance makes it a little bit, you know, harder to like grasp and be in the moment. But it's always the best. I mean, the Abba fans, even though we are a tribute band, but we really pay attention to, we want to tribute them, really. We are hardcore Abba fans. Like we do the Abba thing, you know, it's costumes and we have our sound and everything. And the people in the audience are there to celebrate their heroes too, right? And some of them are really there to be with us too, because they've seen us before, yada, yada, yada. But the Abba fans are the best fans. It's like they are amazing. So it's always this party, this very unique party and energy going around. It's amazing. I would say
it's magic, right? I would imagine it's magic.
It's magic. Magic, I would say.
So tell me how so 2019 was your last appearance at the Hollywood Bowl. By the way, any appearance at the Hollywood Bowl, for those of you who don't know, is a big deal. So kudos and congratulations to you. But 2020, you know, 2020 hits and the whole world changes. How did you pivot? What was your experience as an artist, performing artist, when that happened? And how did you shift and pivot during this?
Well, all of our, obviously, the tours with Abba the concert that the tribute act is called got canceled, and that's very sad. And all the other, I'm doing other stuff outside of the band too, and everything is on hold. It's like we're in a vacuum right now. But the fun part is, before the pandemic started, I started this creative project with the Abba theme, because I wanted to take, and that is the reason for this, from Hollywood Bowl to a small home studio in PA, because I wanted to take these, you know, epic tracks that I've been singing in front of thousands of people for over 10 years. They have like, they are part, I breathe these songs, right? They've become, I gone layer by layer by layer and gotten to know these songs, the lyrics, everything about it. So I wanted to do something personal, and do something totally different with them to make them mine, because I wanted to go to a new level for me, and maybe for the fans who actually also found me through this band. So that's why I went and totally rearranged these songs, a few songs. So I've had that to work with during the pandemic, and it's all sort of actually gotten me some time to work on that and make up a plan and have time. I sort of was just about to release these songs when the pandemic started. So wow. Sort of got thrown off, as many other artists, both big artists and indie artists, I'm sure. So I took a break, but, you know, all of us could use some time to reflect and, you know, what are we doing and all that. So now I'm, I'm ready and to release these songs. And I've also tried to use them and, live streams and all of that to connect with my lovely audience that we already paid some attention to, because they're good and engaged on social media.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So that was one thing, but I'm also a vocal coach. So I totally I built my online business and try to, because I'm very fascinated by the voice. It's like,
how is that long distance? Like I'm your student and I'm trying to, did you have to get used to not being like right in front of them to feel that energy? Or did you automatically, because performers are performers, you're like, okay, I can do this? Was it tough?
It's definitely different. And a lot of Swedes, it was not so common in Sweden before the pandemic. But as I've been living in the US, and also even when I lived in Sweden, I took classes and interacted with a lot of people online. So I was not so new to it. But it's definitely different, and you need to find, the online energy, sort of. But I like it. I actually prefer it. You're also more, in some ways, it's easier to access because you don't have to travel, not a lot of distractions. You can do it, you can record it, you're there. So I like it.
I love that you like it, because I feel like it just opens up these doors, and then it's just another way for us to interact and engage with the people that we need to interact and engage with. And like you said, sometimes by the time your student has to get ready, travel, go to your house, finish up, say goodbye, there's the 5 minutes of, hey, have a great day, and then you're heading back in your car, you can focus on your business and your actual vocals, or whatever it is that you're doing remotely, and get a lot more accomplished. I feel like it's more focused almost. So kudos to you. All right, so people are messaging me like, is she gonna perform? I'm sorry, I have questions. So tell us what. Yes, Matilda is going to perform, and I'm very excited. Tell us what you're going to perform for us right now.
Well, since I've been talking about my Abba renditions, I wanted to treat you to one song. I know most of you, even though you're not Abba fanatics, you will know the song. It's not released yet, so this is a little preview.
Nice. All right. Well, we're gonna focus on Matilda. Take me away, and I'm very, very excited. Here we go, Matilda Lindell, guys.
So this is my rendition of Abba's Dancing Queen. Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go, where they play the rap music, getting into swing. You come to look for a king. Anybody could be that guy, not as young and the music's high. With a bit of rap music, everything is fine. You're in a mood for a dance, and when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah, you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that bird, watch that scene, begin a dancing queen. Your pretty say you turn them on, leave them burning and then you're gone. Looking out for another, anyone will do. You're in a mood for a dance, and when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go.
It was so good.
It's different.
You know there's so many things. So let me make my fan comments. When somebody comes on the show and they are musical, I never know what that means. I never know how that's going to come out. I never know how the tone's going to be, or the pitch, or are we even singing something people can understand? And so what a beautiful rendition of that song. Your voice is just very melodic. It's beautiful. And so I love when somebody tweaks up a song, because it just brings a totally different feel and vibe to it. And I have to tell you, that was absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely amazing. I loved every second of that. So people are going to be able to get that. They're going to be able to get your version of that.
Oh yeah, and also I can add it's beautiful strings on the rendition too. So it's going to be better than this. This is just my piano playing.
It is. It was. That was phenomenal. Really. I mean that. I mean that. All right. So where are we at? Are you good? We're getting close to the end of time. I have time for another song, or we can head out. It is totally up to you, the artist, Matilda Lindell.
I mean, I could also treat you to one of my originals if you want.
You know, treating is a good thing. So I like this decision. All right, so let's do it. I'll let you give whatever background you want. We're going to take my ugly mug away. We're going to put you right up there, front and center.
Yes. So, well, thank you for having me again. It's been a real pleasure. And I hope I lured you in to listen to the real version when it's out of Dancing Queen.
You did.
So this is actually one of my first songs ever released. I'm going to perform for you. It's called Never Leave. So it has a few years on its older song, but it's special to me because it was my first single released. So here is, yeah, some heartbreak on Never Leave. What if you told me you don't like what we become? What if you told me you were bored? This love is not the one. What if you asked me, don't you think it's time for us to look around? What if I'd be in the position? There's nothing I can do. That what I've done and who I am was not enough for you. What if you asked me, don't you think it's time for us to look around? There's more to find. That I would lose my ground and I would fall down. There's no one to catch me. My eyes would change the color into black and see the shadow when you touch me. 'Cause in my head you would never leave. What if you told me you love me? You and me are now. What if we would grow together? One day we say our vows. But what if suddenly reality takes place? It was only in my mind that you're around. And I will lose my ground and I would fall down. There's no one to catch me. My eyes would change the color into black and see the shadow will change the color into black and see the shadow when you touch me. Wishing my life you would never leave.
I just don't know what to say. It just is amazing. Somebody said it earlier, and I posted it while you were singing. You're a true talent. That is just beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I think it's so, you know, people can sing a song and then you can feel a song and you can emote a song. And so as you're performing, I'm thinking, wow, I can really feel that, what she's feeling. That was absolutely beautiful. You have lots of love that came up on the show. Obviously, like you said, you've got a great, amazing support fan base. I love that. We can get that too. Can we get that all on your website, or do we have to go? Like, tell us how can we get your music? How can we learn more about you and support you and get your stuff?
So, I mean, you can find everything through my website. That is MatildaLindell.com. But I'm under Matilda Lindell Official on Instagram and on Facebook. And I spend a lot of time on Facebook and Instagram. So if you want to chat and, you know, be in this fabulous community I've been talking about, you should go to Facebook or Instagram. On my website, you can sign up for my email list, so you will get all the goodies, and we have lots of fun discussions there. And you'll get this acoustic version of Dancing Queen, actually. Just me in my living room, but still. But a lot of other things, and behind the scenes, and all of that. So
I'm so excited. You are such a joy, great spirit, open, authentic. I think your music speaks for you and does an amazing job, and you are so talented. So let's continue to support you. If you ever want to come back on the show and promo something, or I would love to have you back on. I think you're amazing, truly. So kudos and thank you for honoring us and coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. It was such a pleasure. I am nice when you're nice. You make me very comfortable.
It's amazing how that works, right? Hey, people, are you listening? That's how it works.
You know, be like you want to be treated. Yeah.
Yes. All right. MatildaLindell.com. You guys go check her out. Amazing stuff. Thank you from my heart for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Be back tomorrow. Thank you.